It was the evening of the Passover. This is a feast that the Jewish people celebrate. On this evening, Jesus shared a very special meal with his disciples. Then the day of the unleavened bread came. That was the time the Passover lamb had to be sacrificed. Jesus sent Peter and John on ahead. "Go," he told them, "prepare for us to eat the Passover meal." "Where do you want us to prepare for it?" they asked. Jesus replied, "When you enter the city, a man carrying a jar of water will meet you. Follow him to the house he enters. Then say to the owner of the house, 'The teacher asks, where is the guest room? Where can I eat the Passover meal with my disciples?' He will show you a large upstairs room with furniture already in it. Prepare for us to eat there." Peter and John left. They found things just as Jesus had told them. So they prepared the Passover meal. When the hour came, Jesus and his apostles took their places at the table. He said to them, "I have really looked forward to eating this Passover meal with you. I wanted to do this before I suffer. I tell you, I will not eat the Passover meal again until it is celebrated in God's kingdom." Then Jesus took bread. He gave thanks and broke it. He handed it to them and said, "This is my body. It is given for you. Every time you eat it, do this in memory of me." They were having their evening meal. Jesus knew that the Father had put everything under his power. He also knew that he had come from God and was returning to God. So he got up from the meal and took off his outer clothes. He wrapped a towel around his waist. After that, he poured water into a large bowl. Then he began to wash his disciples' feet. He dried them with the towel that was wrapped around him. He came to Simon Peter. "Lord," Peter said to him, "are you going to wash my feet?" Jesus replied, "You don't realize now what I am doing, but later you will understand." "No," said Peter, "you will never wash my feet." Jesus answered, "Unless I wash you, you can't share life with me." "Lord," Simon Peter replied, "not just my feet, wash my hands and my head too." Jesus answered, "People who have had a bath need to wash only their feet. The rest of their body is clean, and you are clean." When Jesus finished washing their feet, he put on his clothes. Then he returned to his place. "Do you understand what I have done for you?" he asked them. "You call me teacher and Lord. You are right. That is what I am. I, your Lord and teacher, have washed your feet. So you also should wash one another's feet. I have given you an example. You should do as I have done for you." In the same way, after the supper, he took the cup. He said, "This cup is the new covenant in my blood. It is poured out for you." But someone here is going to hand me over to my enemies. His hand is with mine on the table. The Son of Man will go to his death, just as God has already decided. You can read more about this in the book of Luke, chapter 22. Even today, and especially at the time of Passover, Jesus' followers have bread and wine together. We call it Holy Communion or the Lord's Supper. We do it to remember what Jesus did for us.